So this video is going to be about how VCube was claiming that the Guhong was a knockoff of their 3x3, and I've actually got a ton of VCubes, and I've got some of the cubes that have been called knockoffs in the past 2 or 3 years. And first I'll talk about VCubes and the quality of them and their stickers and all of that. Well, VCubes are very good turning, and they do pre-lubricate them, so that's kind of, yeah, that's good. And their stickers, they're okay, but they do peel kind of easily, like a whole sticker peeled off here. But I also, a lot of people I think have been giving VCubes too much credit, because in my opinion they kind of pop a lot. Like, I literally lost a piece just because it popped. That might be my fault to some people, but it does pop a lot. And I didn't even get a VCube 6 because I heard it was very, very clicky. And also, the caps pop off of the VCube 7. So you can see this one doesn't want to turn because I tried to glue the cap on, but it glued the core. So now whenever I turn this face, it turns these three too. And also, the thing that really upsets me with VCubes is that their main idea was to make bigger cubes, yet they're making 2x2s, 3x3s, and 4x4s, and a 5x5, and it really doesn't make sense, because if you're going to take 5 years just to make something that you claimed you would a long time ago, then why should I buy your cubes? So now I'm going to get onto this cube, which is a Dion Guhong, and back in 2010, VCube claimed that this was a knockoff of their cube, even though the patents were actually completely different for their 3x3. So even though VCube says even though VCube gets after a lot of companies for making knockoffs, VCube is actually a knockoff of the Dion 3x2. And now I'm going to get on to some of the cubes that have been called knockoffs of the VCubes. And the first one that was released was the 9x9, but I don't have that one because I heard it's low quality. And so the next one was the 11x11 by Yuxin, and a lot of people have said this cube turns really, really well, and it does. It turns almost better than a VCube, probably is better than a VCube in my opinion. And I think, yeah, VCube has attacked this one, not attacked, sorry, but they said that this is a knockoff of their cube, and I am gonna agree with them, even though I'm kind of talking against them because the mechanism is really similar, and the 9x9 is also very similar. But it's the Shangshao cubes that I really didn't think were knockoffs, because if you disassemble either the 8x8 or the 6x6, you'll notice that the outer edges and the outer corners are kind of in the cube. Like, you have to fully disassemble it. You have to undo the screws to get those pieces out. So that's something that VCube did not have on their cubes. So these are not knockoffs in my opinion. And I'll go back to Dion. So in my opinion, Dion wins the 3x3 category because the Zhanchi is better. It's been said in some videos, and I really don't see why VCube had to make and copy a 3x3, because Dion is already making the best 3x3s out there. And So now getting on to their bigger cubes. I actually had to buy a new 7x7 because there was so many problems with this one. And this one, it does turn fairly well. I don't have very many problems with it besides the sticker quality. But the thing is that brings up prices. The prices of V cubes are way too expensive. I've seen some 7x7s for literally $15. Um, and this one is 50 normally if you buy it from V Cube's website. And that's just way too expensive in my opinion. So, in their website, I'd like to talk about that for about a minute or two. Their website is laid out very well. Um, it's got some categories you can choose, but it has a page that I've been going to a lot, and it's called the Others under Cubes under the amount of layers. And it shows, like, you can click on certain layers of cubes, and it'll show you what the V cube 8 looks like, the 9 looks like, the 10 looks like, and the 11 looks like, and all the V cubes that will be released. But they should really give a more description. They just say they're in the making, but I mean, they should really start releasing them because it's just taking way too long for the higher order cubes to get out, and that's why there's been knockoffs, is because VCube isn't releasing them soon enough. And VCube also released Illusion cubes, which I thought were pretty cool. So I don't really have any complaints about that. And there's no stickers, so that solves one problem. But basically, my point in this video is that VCubes says that a lot of other cubes are knocking them off, but yeah, it's kind of disappointing how they knocked off the Dion 3x3. Bye.